Trail extended.
This is exciting.
It's great, and it's just beautiful.
A new section of the Campión Trail is now open. Find out where it will take you and about the big plans for even more trail. Honoring veterans.
This day means a lot to me.
Just a great day for us to remember those that have done so much for us.
The city of Irving honors those who served in the military, and this ceremony is not the only place for special recognition. See what's happening at Canine Companions for Independence. Fun and games.
This is an amazing event. It is not your average all-staff meeting.
Members of the Irving Parks Department have some fun of their own, all in the name of getting their team ready for busy times ahead. Plus the Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Gala and another new addition at the Toyota Music Factory. Now on City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. It is a milestone episode for us, number 300, and we hope you've been here for all of them. Our top story today is a new section of Irving's Campión Trail. We were there for the dedication ceremony and found out how this latest addition fits into an even bigger vision for the future.
It's a bit of a rainy day.
Umbrellas and heavy coats. Signs that the weather is not ideal on this day, so it takes imagination for people here to picture the potential for this space.
You're riding bikes, you're rollerblading,
Running together, jogging together.
People walking their dogs.
People having fun. People with their families.
There's going to be pretty well crowded, I can imagine.
Isn't that exciting?
That's why they are coming together to celebrate the completion of the latest extension of the Campión Trail. They are opening 2.75 miles of new trail. We got a better view earlier when the weather was better. The trail now runs from the north end of Sam Houston Trail Park, under MacArthur Boulevard, and into Capel. The addition means this section is now a little more than 9 miles of continuous trail.
And of course, I'm always excited about trails because I know what it is, what it means for the people, what it means for communities, what it means for neighborhoods.
And it's done in a very, very high quality way. And I think the city of Irving should be absolutely incredibly proud of themselves for what they've accomplished.
We have watched the construction from the beginning. Dallas County provided $2.5 million in funding.
So we really appreciate the great help and the great contributions of Dallas County for this section of the trail, connecting us into Capel.
The great thing about this is we bring the city of Capel, the city of Irving, and the Commissioners Court together, and we leverage the dollars that we all have so that we can build something exciting.
We're in the middle of almost 8 million people. How great is this to have these type of trees and water and amenity in the middle of 8 million people?
Irving has expanded its trail system a lot over the years, and Dallas County funded pretty much all of it.
It's worth noting that only the city of Dallas, with its 5 times larger population and 5 times larger size, has more trails than the city of Irving. And that's because Irving has been an excellent partner.
Our city is always ready to go. If there's funding available or there's dollars available, we have the opportunity to utilize them because we've got the design work done and we're shovel ready.
They're always on time and on budget.
Next up, connecting the north and south sections of the Campión Trail. Something long anticipated.
That's a very hard connector to do because of something called freeway.
But progress is happening.
We already allocated the money to close the gap between North Campion and South Campion. Those $6 million are already there.
That I think we're doing in 2, maybe 3 phases.
We hope to go out to bid on phase 1 next year.
So it is going to happen.
Oh yeah, we'll make it happen.
Once complete, that will mean 22 miles of continuous trail.
It's a great system and we need to keep expanding.
And there are other plans to extend and connect trails all around Dallas County. Leaders here say there are a lot of reasons they make trails a priority.
When I meet with new businesses and when new corporations come here, one of the things they look at is what can their people do as far as activity.
Yes. It's good for the environment, it's good economic development, it's good for a healthy lifestyle. And people that want to move over here want to move close to these amenities.
Parks and things like this are good retention amenities. They keep people in communities and keep people involved in what's going on.
It's just a good time to get out with your family and see that it's nature.
And as the trails expand, city leaders expect more people will discover the opportunities. One attendee is just learning about the system at this event.
I hope to use the trails now that I know more about
it and that it exists and it's here.
While the weather is keeping people away this day, leaders believe this trail will be popular with people looking for a place to exercise, relax, and enjoy nature.
It's great, and it's just beautiful.
That is one of several trail projects in Irving. The Delaware Creek Trail project will connect Center Park and Mountain Creek Preserve. Construction on that 2-mile trail is expected to start next year. And you can see construction is already underway on the Rock Island Road Bike and Pedestrian Facility. It will run from the West Irving DART Station to Irby Lane. The North Central Texas Council of Governments helped secure funding for that project through several sources. It is scheduled to be complete in the spring. Irving's Veterans Memorial Park Committee hosted its annual Veterans Day observance. Here are some of the highlights and touching moments, including an update on a veteran whose inspiring story we have followed closely. A wreath-laying ceremony on this cold, windy day is the culmination of Irving's annual Veterans Day program hosted by the Veterans Memorial Park Committee.
It's a time to be thankful and honor them. Freedom is not free.
Earlier, inside the former Central Library next door, attendees at this ceremony got a refresher on the history of that park.
Bob Romano is an Air Force vet. I want to recognize him again. As an Irving citizen, he spearheaded the effort that really raised the funds, made the awareness, and I'm so proud that we now have the Irving Veterans Park. Let's give him a hand.
The park and this annual ceremony are a couple of ways the city honors veterans.
We need to make sure that people realize that there's still a military. There's still people in harm's way, and so we need to respect those and respect their families.
It's good to stop and honor them. It helps us to realize an important segment of this country, something that makes up part of what we are.
Today is a celebration.
Retired U.S. Army Major Eric King is the guest speaker. What does this day mean to you?
This day means a lot to me. We continue to serve our armed forces, protecting and safeguarding America.
And I would do it again in a heartbeat. That's how much I love America.
Many people in Irving learned of Major King's story, and some got involved after hearing it. The city teamed up with the veterans charity Operation Finally Home and corporate sponsors to provide Major King with a mortgage-free home. Throughout the entire building process, we documented the special moments.
Wow.
Keys to your new home.
Almost a year in that home now,
Yes.
just about?
Yes.
How's everything going?
Everything in the home is going beautiful. It's such a blessing, and we don't forget it as we continue to tell ourselves every day. We pinch ourselves every day like, this is us. But it did provide that foundation for us to be able to grow, for us to be able to look forward.
He is looking forward and paying it forward by launching a nonprofit called Vets What's Next. It's designed to connect service members with the resources they need.
There are benefits that you are entitled to. There are services you are entitled to, treatments, etc. But if you don't know where they are, or you don't know how to go about obtaining this information, then you're out there trying to fend for yourself.
I'm guessing it might be kind of confusing when on top of that you might be dealing with medical issues, PTSD or other things.
Right, correct. So many of us are dealing with so many things. Again, once you get out of the military, you focus on taking care of your family, how you're going to provide for your family, where you're going to relocate to while still battling the PTSD or traumatic brain injury or the loss of a limb. I don't want them to give up. We are experiencing 17 to 20 suicides a day of our veterans. And I almost was one of those numbers. And after going through what I went through, I said, what was next for me? And then I said, it's not just what's next for me, it's what's next for all veterans.
And what's now is that he's keeping his word from months ago.
This is home for me. I live here in Irving now, so any way that I can help and give back, I would like to give back.
You've really done what you set out to do. You said you were going to get involved in the community, and here you are.
Here I am. I am nested and vested in the community.
It's exciting for me to see him change. I mean, he was kind of an introvert to start with, and now it seems like the more he's been involved with the community, the more he's been out there in front.
On this day, he's in front of people honoring his service and that of all veterans through words and patriotic music from the MacArthur High School Jazz Band. People coming together to celebrate the difference service members make in our world.
Everything we have today is because we've had a strong military and we've had the freedoms to enjoy what we have.
A couple of other notes on that story. Mayor Rick Stouffer says he is talking with reps from Operation Finally Home about building a couple more homes for vets in Irving, so we'll be following those developments. Also, this year marks the 10th anniversary of Veterans Memorial Park's dedication. It is open year-round right next to the former Central Library at 644 Rock Island Road. Veterans received special recognition at the most recent graduation ceremony at Canine Companions for Independence.
You see people with these little buttons with yellow ribbons. They are in honor of our Veterans for Veterans Day, because that's Monday, and so we want to take a moment to recognize our veterans.
Many people wore yellow ribbons to draw attention to Canine Companions' veterans initiatives. Irving is home to one of only a few CCI campuses across the country that provides training for dogs that can help veterans deal with the impact of post-traumatic stress disorder.
For our dogs that will go into our program for veterans with PTSD specifically, they actually learn a different set of commands to mitigate the symptoms of PTSD. So they learn some positional commands. They can come in front or behind the handler in public to kind of give them some personal space. They can also go into a room and turn on the lights so that that veteran doesn't have to walk into a dark room. They also are trained in nightmare interruption, so they can detect a nightmare going on and actually wake them up and pull them out of that.
There were no veterans in this latest group of graduates, but at this ceremony, 9 specially trained dogs went to the people and places who need their help. The entire ceremony is always emotional, especially when people who have raised dogs since they were puppies hand them off for advanced training on campus. Canine Companions is always looking for Irving residents to volunteer as puppy raisers.
Our volunteers are a big part of that. They take on a lot of the baby puppy challenges, potty training and all of that, a set of basic commands, getting them out in public so that they're used to all different types of environments and things like that, so that nothing is new to them when they're a graduate dog and being asked to go out into the world with their handler.
Canine Companions provides regular campus tours where people can find out more. These graduation ceremonies are also open to the public. Learn more at cci.org. You can also learn a lot by watching our past coverage. We have a special Canine Companions playlist on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/The City of Irving. Now to a different way dogs serve the community. We're talking protect and serve here with Irving Police. Look at this picture the department posted on Facebook. Several officers and Irving PD Canine Jitsu teamed up with a drug enforcement agency on what they described as a high-risk traffic stop. They found more than 50 pounds of methamphetamine and arrested a suspect. You may remember we introduced you to Jitsu and handler Officer Jody Jones earlier this year. We saw some of the training they do to make sure they are ready whenever they are needed.
Is that him? Good dog.
I also clearly remember that Jitsu was not so interested in making friends with us.
Shut it.
That's okay because he knows his job. At that time, Chief Jeff Spivey told us his goal is to expand the police canine team because the dogs are so effective. In economic development news, Astura Medical announced it moved its corporate headquarters from Carlsbad, California to Irving. The spine technology company will occupy a 40,000 square foot facility on West Royal Lane near Freeport Parkway. The Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce welcomed a new business to the Toyota Music Factory. As you know by now, that's an entertainment and dining destination owned by the city of Irving. This latest edition offers the flavors of Mexico City.
So excited, the community, the place, you know, so many concerts. I mean, people, it's really great place.
It took us about half a year to have this completed, so it's a big step for us, for our family.
Something that's good and authentic like this, I think, is going to be amazing.
So we have quesadillas, street tacos.
It's Mexico City cuisine.
We have the micheladas, it's called micheladas Pacheco, which got shrimp.
All you can think of, it can happen.
Beef jerky?
Beef jerky, gummies, everything, sesame seed.
Because I came here for a concert, and I just fell in love with the place, and I was like, this is for me.
This is a big community. This is an awesome community, so why not?
We see another piece of the puzzle come together today, and how we can continue to provide a great entertainment venue as well as a great eating experience in Toyota Music Factory.
We've got, several new additions coming up after this. Well, we have Stumpy's that's going to open up. That's going to be a main attraction, a different one. Mercy Wine Bar is also a new addition. Previously opened is Mama Tried.
Every time we find something that's a little bit different, that's a niche market, and I think that's what they've found here is a niche market with their authentic food, that they'll have a clientele that'll follow them.
Today we're celebrating what we accomplished as a family, that we're here at the Toyota Music Factory.
Yeah, and we know the Music Factory is the home to the Irving Marathon and other running events, and now there are new additions. The first is called a social run. Organizers snapped some pics that they shared with us. You can see rainy weather did not stop people from turning out for the first one. They started and finished at the Music Factory and ran a path through the Las Colinas Urban Center. As the name suggests, the social runs are less competitive and more about camaraderie. There is another social run on November 19th at 6:30 p.m. Then the first ever Irving Frost 5K is on December 7th. That will include an after party at the Music Factory with beer and pancakes, swag, and more. We'll be out to cover that event. And so you can plan your training. The big event, the Irving Marathon, is on March 28th, 2020. Register and learn more about all of this at irvingmarathon.com. The U.S. Census Bureau launched a national recruitment effort to hire about 500,000 workers to conduct the census. And this is the time to apply for those jobs. Recent high school grads, veterans, retirees, and bilingual candidates are among those encouraged to apply. Pay in Dallas County is $22.50 an hour plus reimbursement for expenses. To apply, go to recruitment.2020census.gov. The Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is celebrating accomplishments, awarding volunteers, and having a lot of fun. We covered the annual gala, which this year was at the Irving Convention Center with a masquerade ball theme.
This event is our Gala, and it's our masquerade ball for 2019.
The Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce always has some of the best galas.
This is about 400 of who's who in Irving. It's phenomenal. I'm excited.
The Irving Hispanic Chamber for small businesses, especially in South Irving, they do a tremendous job.
There's a lot of accomplishments. A lot of businesses are growing, coming into Irving.
Our main goal is to help small businesses grow and promote them as much as we can so they can be involved.
Because I believe we in Irving, Texas are that spot where many businesses can start and grow.
We want to congratulate Karina! We honor our Volunteer of the Year, Business of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year, all the wonderful accolades that they earn over the years.
When we started calling some folks and saying, hey, you were nominated, some of the responses we were getting very emotional.
Mr. David Shoemaker with Toyota of Irving.
Did we have a bid for $1,250? Give me 13. Can somebody give me 1,300?
We have a silent auction as well as a live auction. Everything that's raised from the auction items and such is for the Education Foundation.
Got a bidder, give me 4 in the back.
We also give out scholarships to our students here locally in the Irving ISD.
But they do a lot for the city, and this is just one faction, a fundraiser for them so they can keep on growing.
It's very important to network and just be around great people that support our chamber and the community.
We're going to end with the casino night. Everyone's been talking about it.
It is intense, it is exciting, and you want to be here.
You've taken about 48 pictures, I
They
think.
can't get enough of me. That's how much fun I'm having.
As a whole, I have to say Irving is one of the cities that is always having fun.
And just to be hanging out with your friends and everybody at the chamber. It's just a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time there. And here's a look at what else is coming up at the Convention Center. November 21st through 23rd is the USA Judo Invitational and National President's Cup. December 5th, the Irving Hispanic Chamber is among those involved with the State of Hispanic Business in North Texas. December 14th is a bodybuilding event, the NPC Battle of Texas. Find ticket prices and a full schedule of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. In other news, some changes are coming to this year's holiday extravaganza. The parade will be in the evening, 5 p.m. on December 7th in downtown Irving. A tree lighting and fireworks will follow the parade. In-N-Out Burger will serve complimentary food and hot chocolate while supplies last. More details are at irvingevents.org. The Parks and Recreation Department is responsible for that event and a lot of other activities and locations in the city. The entire department got together for updates on initiatives and some fun team building exercises. Take a look.
Parks and Recreation is a big operation.
We have over about 300 total.
It's a staff development day, team building day.
Communication is important.
If you don't have the communication, you really don't know, you're not in the same page.
Well, it's a good opportunity for them to kind of get exposure to what happens, for the parks guys to kind of see how the recreation side operates, aquatic side operates, and vice versa.
This is an amazing event. It is not your average all-staff meeting. We also have to be encouraged and inspired, so we take these times to kind of regroup, revitalize ourselves.
So we played 3 games that represented the 3 divisions. We had a hot potato, which we said represented parks because they're always dealing with a hot issue.
We had the cakewalk and just being quick on our feet and knowing that we're not just sitting still, we're constantly moving. And then our last musical chairs, although very competitive, the biggest thing for that challenge was just to know that we work in harmony, we are in sync, and that gives us a chance to really see what others are doing and how fast they move.
Opportunities like this to get together, it's perfect to just kind of do some team building.
Thank you for taking good care of our residents, because in the end, guys, we're only here for one reason. Each and every day you guys go out there and you take care of our residents.
What they could get out of it is that they could see that we are committed for the city. We are listening, we are here for them. We'll do what they ask us to do, that customer service is priority.
That's pretty cool, getting us all together and letting us do stuff as a team.
The powerful aspect of it is you get to see how truly we are all connected and we need each other.
The city completed a master plan on parks earlier this year and expects to put more money into Parks and Rec. Leaders also expect to call a bond election for next year. And with that, it is time for our Pets of the Week. So let's head out to the Animal Care Campus.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Pets of the Week. I'm Raina with Michael Whiteside, and today we have joining us Salvador. Tell us a little bit about Salvador.
Yes, Salvador here is about 3 years old. He is a Catahoula mix. Catahoula comes from the spotting on his ears. Plus he's got different colored eyes, one blue, one brown, and he is just a sweet, sweet dog. I mean, he really just wants to kind of cuddle up next to you and enjoy his time with you. He's very curious. He did come in as a stray, so we don't really know anything about his history, like what kind of environment he was in before, but we do know he, when I tried to get him to sit, he actually laid down, so he doesn't really have his commands down completely, but he is smart. He's very curious. He wants to check everything out. He wants to meet everybody, see what's going on around him, and he's just, again, he's just a love bug. He will just cuddle up next to you.
So Michael, now we have Rocky, a real knockout.
That is correct. And you can just looking at those beautiful eyes, he definitely has the eye of the tiger. He is just a sweet boy. He's fun, he's friendly, he is really social. He's been on a couple of mobile events, so he's been around other dogs, a lot of other people. He loves to play with toys. He can actually just grab a toy and play with it all on his own, and he's perfectly content. But then he also likes to just sit here and get some attention and get some love, and really just kind of, make you just fall in love with him as well. He's very smart, and he knows sit, he knows a great shake, and he will do it for you without even asking him to do it.
What kind of family would be best for him?
He's only about 2 years old, I think, so he's still active. He loves to play. I think he'll be great with a family with kids. Somebody that can, a family that can really give him some time outside running, playing. expending some of that energy and just giving them some attention and love that he really, really, really deserves.
So we've called on all of our rowdy friends tonight, and he's joined us. Who do we have here?
This is the very handsome Bocephus. He is about 3 years old. He was, I believe, originally a stray. Then he was adopted, but the other dogs that the people had did not really like Bocephus very much. So they ended up bringing him back, but what I have seen is he's actually really good around other dogs. We've taken him on mobile adoption events. He's done fine around the other dogs, fine with people. He just wants to be around people. He does have a little bit of a rowdy side to him, but like any country boy, he can survive that. He's gonna run and have a great time, jump in your lap, get some attention, and just really enjoy life.
All right, so Michael, with holidays right around the corner, people just want to give. What's a good way for people to give back to this shelter?
Yeah, it's, this time of year, we're really full of pets, both dogs and cats. And the holidays, we stay pretty full. And so we do, starting in December, we will have a holiday donation drive where people can pick stuff from our wish list and bring it in and donate it to help our shelter pets. With a very small budget, all the items that we can get during the holidays can really help out for months on end after the holidays end. So it's, we'll have our wish list on our website, dfwhumane.com, and it's just a great time. You can stop by anytime, drop off the items, and the pets will be forever grateful for your help.
All right, Michael, that sounds like a great way to give back to the pets of the DFW Humane Society. With that being said, back to you, Thomas.
All right, thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on your screen for more adoptable animals. City Source is back on December 15th with coverage of some of the city's holiday festivities. We will also have hotel news. A new one opens, and an established property unveils the results of a big renovation project. Also, young people are getting a lot of behind-the-scenes insight into how the city of Irving operates. It's the first time the Irving 360 Civic Academy is offered to young people. We will hear from participants and see some of those activities. Those stories and much more next time. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thecityofirving. Subscribe and you could be among the first to see our videos when they are posted. Also, leave us some likes while you're there. And that's it for this 300th edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from Canine Companions for Independence in Irving. Thanks to everyone who is a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
California. Lori Kelly has also helped to raise Ortega the Sixth. Congratulations, Team Aram and Ortega. Congratulations. Texas. Presenting Eclair today is longtime volunteer and supporter Melissa Kincaid. Congratulations to Team